Hello, Envision You. David Imonitie here. Super excited to actually be on this video with you today. And I'm joined by an incredible leader, Carlos Rogers, who is an industry icon. Has been in this space now 19 years.
19 years, man.
And has had major success. Just came on board with us a short while ago and has done some incredible things in a short period amount of time. No surprise there. But Carlos, we wanted to put this video together to really give the new person, right, the person that just got started, a little bit of knowledge of what to do next, right? Because right now their excitement level is really high, but I also understand their anxiety level is pretty high as well, right?
Correct.
So we want to increase their knowledge while keeping their excitement up, but then lower that anxiety. And I remember you probably went through that years ago when you got involved in this industry.
For sure.
How did you feel? What was it? What were the emotions that you were going through when you first got involved in this space?
Well, it's like, as you join something that's new, that's fresh, obviously, of course, you're super excited, so your excitement's through the roof. You see a way out. You see a way that you can become financially free. You see a way that you can travel more. You can be more healthier. You see options out there. But also at the same time, it's like, what I do next, right? What's next? How do I communicate my excitement to someone else to get them excited about what I'm doing?
Yeah.
And also my vision.
Yeah.
So,
and it's that fear, right, that a lot of us face. And when I got involved in this industry, this is my 20th year in this space, I learned that there were some mental enemies that I had to overcome, right? Because on this video, what you're going to learn are really the getting started right steps, right? The fast start to success. But before you can get on a fast start, there's some things that you're going to have to understand. And what I learned was the 4 mental enemies. These 4 mental enemies that were going to come against you, and I'm sure you faced them. Number 1, all right, was rejection.
yes.
Right? Like, am I going to get rejected? Are people going to tell me no?
Exactly.
And what's the answer to that, Carla? Are people going to tell me no?
Of course.
Okay. All right.
So I always tell people it's not a drama if you know it's going to happen.
Right.
And so they're definitely going to say no. Some going to say yes, some going to say no. That's just part of the game.
Absolutely. And that first mental enemy is what really kicks a lot of people out of the game, because they get in, they're excited, they're pumped up, and then all of a sudden someone goes, boo, and they go, you know what? This is not my cup of tea anymore, right?
No.
Right. And then you have to go back and say, okay, well, why did I get involved in this business? We're going to talk about that in the 5 steps. But if you get connected with your why, which you did years ago, it allows you to overcome these mental enemies that you're going to face. So rejection being number 1. Here was the second one that for a lot of people is a big challenge, is deception. Like, people are going to lie and tell you that, hey, they tried the products, or they looked at a presentation, or they're coming to your presentation. How did you deal with that when people lied to you?
At first, you really learn about people in this business.
Yeah.
You really learn, what people are about, because obviously I'm a man of my word. If I say I'm gonna be somewhere at a certain time, I'm gonna be there. I might be a minute or 2 late, but I'm gonna be there,
Right.
But for someone just not to show up at all and not call or anything is just, it makes you second guess you. Like,
Right.
What did I do wrong? I mean, what am I doing? Am I doing the right thing? It makes you second guess you, which really you're not the issue. Not saying that they are the issue, but they're
Right.
the ones
They
that
are.
didn't show up.
Right. And what happened for me, I literally said to myself, wait a minute, this is not who I'm looking for in business. Because in order to be successful in business, it does take discipline, it does take integrity. So I would want to have people that were a part of what it is that I was doing that could keep their word.
Correct.
And if you couldn't even keep your word to show up to a meeting, or at least call and say, hey, I didn't get on the call, or hey, I couldn't come to the meeting, you're probably not the person I'm looking for anyway.
Correct.
To build a business, right? Here's another one, attrition, right? You finally get somebody in, you're fired up, right? You feel like you went fishing. I got me one. And then a week later, someone said boo to them and they quit.
Yeah.
How did you handle that mental enemy of people quitting on you?
That was the thing that really hit me.
Yeah.
Because when people tell you why they're doing the business, and I knew what my why was. For me, my why was to retire my mom.
Yeah.
And it was nothing was going to stop me from getting to that point. But other people will tell you their why and why they're doing it, and it's like you said, a week, 2 weeks, they get 1 or 2 no's, and it's like they're off the game.
Yeah.
Like, they literally just give up. Like, it's over. I'm like, were you lying to me when you told me why you're doing this?
Yes,
Because
they were.
yeah, that goes back to the
Right.
So it just really just, it really makes you think and just, but you start to second guess yourself,
Right.
and of course, the longer you're in it, your maturity level, you're like, I'm not the idiot. It's just people are being people,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
this is what it is.
Yeah. And attrition for me was something that I've dealt with for 20 years. Like, it's not just when you're brand new that you're gonna have people quit on you. I mean, you're gonna have leaders quit on you eventually. And I said to myself years ago, I said, I can't wait for 1 million people to quit on me. And people were like, what do you mean by that? And I said, yeah, I can't wait for 1 million people to quit on me, because for 1 million people to quit on me, that meant 1 million people had to join me. So I kind of took that, something that was negative, and made it into something positive.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the third mental enemy. The last one is apathy. Apathy is when someone has lost their dream. Now, this one is very dangerous, because if you're around someone that's lost their get up, people say their get up has gotten up and gone, right? That is very contagious. So now they try to stop you from dreaming. And you got started because you have a vision. You got started because you have a dream to make a difference in your life and make a difference in the lives of other people. If you surround yourself with people that try to choke that dream, ladies and gentlemen, that is the biggest mistake that you can make. So I had to learn who I needed to actually spend time with and who I needed to limit access to in order for my dream to come true.
Oh, yeah. And sometimes it's people that's close to you.
Yeah.
That's the scary part about it. I want to say, it's like people that you're close with, people you grew up with, family members,
Absolutely.
Close friends, and it's like, you're going somewhere, and they say they want to go, and then, or they just try to discourage you from getting to your goal.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah,
I have a goal, I'm on my way, I'm going there, I see where I'm going, but they're trying to hinder you and discourage you just because they don't have a goal.
Yeah.
They don't have nowhere to go.
And that's why the events that we have are so powerful. We have the Alive convention coming up here, and that's why people need to be plugged in, because now you get around like-minded individuals that are pulling for you, that are believing with you, that want to see you succeed, want to see you go to the next level. And the more you spend time with people like that, right, the more you change, right? I had to change. I mean, the last 20 years and the next 20 years, for us to go where it is that we're going to go with Envision You, I've got to grow. You've got to grow. All of the leaders got to grow. You have to grow as well. But you have to make that decision that if I'm going to grow, I've got to be willing to eliminate some people from my life. And it's a tough decision, but it's a necessary one.
No, I mean, you hit it spot on. And there's a lot of people that I grew up with, that I was super close with. I used to talk a lot to, but, our vision was just different.
Yeah.
We was on two different tracks of life, and you had to, sort of get your time back from those people, because some people, they'll discourage you to make you want to quit.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, they will discourage you and have you second guessing your dreams and your goals. But association brings simulation. You want to hang around the right people, like you said, with the right mindset, and be around the right environment, because that environment now is going to take you to that next level.
Absolutely. Carlos, I'm excited, man. It's been a little over 2 years now since we started this company. And, you may be watching this video right now. You may watch this video 6 months from now. And we're growing so fast right now. We've actually done over $42 million in sales, operating in 40 countries around the world. And this company started from scratch. I mean, everything you're seeing here, these different products that you're seeing here, this did not exist, all right? Literally, even some of the products that you're seeing right now is not even sold yet while this video is being recorded. But that's what's so powerful about having a vision. I started a movement years ago called Believe Nation. And this is where people from all around the world could come and they could learn from myself and other entrepreneurs on how to believe, how to take their life to the next level. And I kind of put it on the back burner to really focus on Envision You and growing the company. And people ask me, well, David, when are you going to bring Believe Nation back? And I said, listen, I'm showing you Believe Nation right now, right? I'm showing you the power of belief, where you could start something and you can't see what it is, but you have it in your mind. That's where you are right now. You started this business. You could see it in the lives of other people, right? But you can't see it in yourself yet. And we're going to walk you through the process on how to grow your belief, how to grow your skill level, how to grow your desire, and how to grow your faith in order for you to go out there and accomplish all the great things that you want for your life. So I'm pumped up for each and every one of you. And we're going to jump right into the 5 steps to success.